A behind the scenes glimpse of Leon the dad. Everybody knows Leon the skipper. Some that goes fishing with him get to know Leon the dad. As soon as I look away. Good morning, wave dancer being pushed, 9:30. Butcat with 204 Suzuki's on the outmounts. While editing, I was trying to wipe that line off the screen. Sorry, I couldn't manage. Leon floating nicely here in the gully at Mapelon Bay. Excuse that, y'all. Not much of a launch today. It's just let's go to the ocean type of scenario. The effect of the equinox and the tidal or storm surge has washed through here to the northern beaches. If I look south, there's still some massively big waves bouncing the coastline. Let's see if I can make a video just now of it. It starts zooming in on Leon there. He's taking his time to exit the bay this morning. Creating some excitement there on that wave, just to make the people feel that they've done a beach launch. About the exit over there. It's turning east now. Nice launch, Leon. Happy hunting, enjoy the day. Oh yes, I've got full permission from wave dancer Leon Stein to make videos of him. In writing and file. Here comes the whale watching team. Mandla on the leading tractor. 9 meter Bencat. Short on his heels is Josh Fourie with 8.3 meter Butcat. Let's see how they do it this morning. That's a push for advantage charter 1. You're going quickly to get behind the shore dump off the lip. Nine-meter Bencat floating nicely. Going north, 250 V6 4-stroke Suzuki's on the back. It's almost at the exit. Still a little bit in digital here. That's a lot. Well done, Sean. Happy whale watching. Enjoy the trip. That's a push for Free Spirit 2. Nice on speed. Wiseman bumps him in deep. .3 meter Butcat, 200 4-stroke Suzuki's on the back. on a nice plane, galloping towards the exit. Come on, get your lightning right now. Very little settings that I can do on this new equipment. What you see is what you get. Well done, Josh. Happy while watching. Enjoy the trip. A bit of a difficult offload here. The sand is very loose. Vehicle has maneuvered absolutely close to the water's edge, and they attempt to get the boat off. This is going to be an interesting turn. Okay, he made it. Puts a force in it. That's a push. Whoa! Shit. Something went wrong there. Boat is safely in. The motor's trimming down. Yes, they're pumping water. That's it. The mast trimmed down slower, I believe. And he's running north in the channel. Well done, he's on. I'm going to call that the launch. Happy hunting, enjoy the day.
The motors first, because that's where the main thing. We've still got all our traditional motors, the mechanicals, hydraulics. You can still get the full Yamaha range in the older technology. Okay, so normal hydraulics or cable steering for the smaller motors now. But the newer models and the bigger models, we've got what we call digital integrated steering. So in this particular, this is the big 450. It's got a complete electric drive inside. So it's got a worm drive. So the fly-by-wire, basically what it does is it's got a rod that goes like that. And as you give it an input signal, it drives the motor, steers the 450, the 350 and the 300 are all integrated electric steering. On the 200, fly-by-wire basically in that technology. So it sends the signal to the motor and the motor reacts based on...
But there's no hydraulics between the motor? Nothing
not on these.
Okay.
On the older generation you can still get hydraulics and whatever you need. But these four motors that are here, it's signal from throttle, from your helm, from your complete helm system, which we'll get to just now. Okay? But the difference between the 300, 350 and the 450s, these are full electric steering. The 200 has got a hydraulic pump. On the unit itself, still gets an electric signal, but what it does is the pump actuates. So it basically reacts to inputs from the helm. Okay. So it's a hydraulic pump inside, hydraulic cylinder here steering the motor from the helm via a electric signal. Okay. So they all fly by wires, but two different systems. This one being hydraulic actuated, and those being fully electric, no hydraulic pump, just a drive like that. So that's the difference between them. The 350, this is the first time we display the 350 in the open market. It's just launched. The previous 350 was a V8, and this is a V6, 4.3 litre, much actually lightest in its class. And obviously this is now the one that we predict is going to be fitted to a lot of the bigger boats. So your 30 foots and your citations and your big butt perch, your big magnums and so on and so forth.
The big boat at the Sotwana, Godzilla or something.
No, that's Legend. No, there's two there. The Legend has got two 450s on. It's used to have 425s, and we've just fitted two 450s. And then we've got Gary Prentice and Ryan Williamson's boat. We did a triple installation of three V6 300s on. So that's that monohull citation.
Yes, but it's not these ones.
That's 300s.
This one, not the blue one.
That one.
That one, not the old technology.
Yeah. This one, yeah. This is that one. It's got a dual station and triple installation. That's that one. And Fishing has got a 30-foot Magnum or 32-foot Magnum with two V8 450s. Talking about a system called Helm Master. Okay. So if you look at Helm Master comes in 4 stages. Okay. So the first 2 stages is drive-by-wire steering and fly-by-wire throttle. Those are stage 1 and 2. They come standard in the electric integrated motors. Okay. So that's stage 1 and 2. Stage 3 Helm Master is autopilot. Okay. So that's basically, everybody knows autopilot, but it's a Yamaha autopilot system. No, on the autopilot, here's a very good example now. These are those new Garmin relief shading maps. Okay? So let me say I get to this area and I want to work that area because I can see something there. Okay. So what I can do is I get to that area and I choose pattern steer, and it'll tell me how would you like the pattern steer. You want to do it in an S or you want to do it in a
exactly.
Well, there's what's called a Williamson steer as well, which is a certain pattern that you go over structure. And then it'll tell me how wide do I want to go. So if I say 500 meters or kilometers and I push the button, it will start to work that area until it's finished that area. It will do exactly that pattern steer, up and down, up and down, up and down, till it finishes that area. Then at the end of the clip, it will be exact. It will show you exactly over that particular area what it did. So that's a cool feature of the Yamaha autopilot that you don't have on another
That's stage 3.
This is stage 3. Stage
Okay.
3. And stage 4 is your joystick system, which is your fishing technology. So this on its own is something totally different, but that's stage 4 for docking, fishing, and a very specialized application. So that I'll get to you now. So all of this hooks together this is your control, the CL5, your Yamaha control system, and then it can integrate with any fish finder that you want, Garmin, Faruna, Lawrence, whatever you want. Okay, so that is the basics of the controls. Okay, on your main control, this is now just a single installation, but normally it's double installations. You can then, you've got speedo cruise. You can go really, really fine with your trawling and cruise control, because the new Yamaha system is really well calibrated with our motors. So you can go real slow. You know, some of the older technology was difficult to trawl and to do game fishing with the cruise control. We've got this on our boat. It's fantastic. This is stage 4. Okay, and if you look at on stage 4, when you're driving a boat, you've got throttle and you've got steering. Okay, those are your 2 main controls. When you switch to joystick, you hit the joystick button. None of this applies now anymore. If you touch it, it will override the joystick. But once you're on joystick, this is you can see it can go in all axes. Okay, so if you can think of the vessel going like this and you turn that, the vessel will turn on its axis like a shopping trolley. Okay, if you want the vessel to go left, it'll go left. If you want it to go right, it'll go right. If you want it to go backwards, it'll go backwards or forwards. Okay, if you wanted to do both, so you wanted to go forwards and sideways, you can let the vehicle crawl, the vessel crawl like that. So that's the basic controls.
With these motors, with one prop?
No, it has to have the double installation.
2 motors?
At least. Okay, for it to work as efficiently as possible. You can fit it.
There's no bow thrusters or nothing in the boat.
nothing. So the motors, if you can think how they fly by wire, so they're not linked to a tie bar or anything anymore. So they're independent totally. So they can move left and right. One can be that way in reverse and the other one can be that way in forward. So if you can imagine how much possibilities there are to maneuver the boat with the motors able to go any direction and the throttle. So this system here is controlling all of those on multi axes. Okay, so that's why you're able to achieve so much maneuverability on the vessel. Okay. So that's just in manual mode. Using it to do that, you've got so much movement. Even on the biggest vessels, you can really get a lot of fine movement. Then these three buttons, okay, drift point. Let's start with the easier one, fish point. So if I ride up to a place and I see here's a bait ball or a structure that I would like to, that's right, I can hit the fish point button, and what will happen then is it's an anchor, it's a virtual anchor. So what the vessel now will do to put the props in forward and reverse, and keep the vessel at that exact point. So you can do your bait fishing or whatever, it will stay like that. Wind current, whatever, it will stay exactly like that. Putting the gearboxes in forward and reverse. Okay. So that's your fish point. Your drift point. So I can come up to a particular piece of structure, and I can say, here's maybe a good example. This is St Lucia on the map here. So I can say to it, I want to go from that point to that point, and I hit drift point. Okay. And where I am at that time, it will drift. And if I say I want to go faster or slower, I can use the up or down. So if I'm drifting too fast or too slow, I can tell it go faster or go slower, drifting over that point. Okay. The vessel will stay exactly at that point. If I want to move the attitude of the vessel, I can just touch it or turn it, and it will touch and turn and continue on that.
So it can crawl on that. Yes, this is amazing.
Yeah, so you can. This is what's so great about it when it comes to game fishing. When we come to marlin fishing, it's a totally, and we are specialist marlin fishermen. Well, my crew, for example, we do a lot of bull fishing. What makes this thing so fantastic with marlin fishing is, as soon as there's a fish on, you will hit the joystick button, and instead in traditional fishing with a fish on, you will now on the skipper side of the vessel be looking out the window and steering and throttling depending on what the fish is doing. Now what you're doing, the fish is on, you turn around and you're watching the angler, the fish, the vessel, and you're just maneuvering with your hand like this. So if I see that here comes a fish to that side, I swing the boat and I'm keeping the fish at the correct position the whole time. Okay? If I want to go faster, I go like this. I'm never ever worrying about throttles and steering and trying to get the line in a particular place. If the fish reacts fast, I just grab this and I turn it, and the boat will go immediately what I want it to do. And that makes it just so much more what is the right word to use? It just makes it so much easier to be able to deal with what's going on the boat, because you've got anglers, you've got fishing rods being cleared, you've got fish jumping all over the show, and you want to keep currents and wind and whatever. You want to keep the vessel not only safe, but also you don't want the fish to get under the line and whatever the case may be. So that's how this particular technology has made its way into the fishing world. And I mean, our master, there are systems out there, but there's nothing like our master. It's just something really special that we brought out in the market at the moment.
Thanks a lot, Theo.
Pleasure.
And this is what Climax has got on.
Yeah, Climax has got all of this. So Johan said when you have a chance, we would like to show you on Climax how it looks, because obviously on Climax we've got two motors, so we can actually show you when we switch it on what happens to the two motors, moving left and right in the system. And even Johan, who's not a big technology guy, loves to use the system, so you can imagine it. So,
Thank you.